Ross may hold the title of Director of Operations at Home Farm, but he seems far more skilled at opening the fridge for Kim's luxury snacks than managing any real responsibilities. Even so, Kim keeps him on the payroll, which means he occasionally has to turn up and carry out the jobs she assigns. Getting him to arrive on time, however, is a task all on its own. In the latest spoiler clip, Ross eventually turns up at Home Farm and admits to Kim that he overslept after accidentally drifting back to sleep. It's easy to imagine he got the call in the early hours and quickly decided staying in bed sounded like the better idea. Kim, however, isn't buying excuses and points out that former Home Farm enforcer Graham Foster would have handled the break-in himself if he hadn't been away. Kim then hands Ross a list of possible suspects and orders him to start investigating the case. His first stop is Moira Dingle, who quickly becomes the target of Ross's amateur detective work. He accuses her of being responsible for the break-in, but she wastes no time throwing him out. Ross then makes another questionable decision by confronting Robert Sugden with the same accusation. It's hardly his smartest move, especially since Robert is in a relationship with Dingle. On top of that, Robert is still recovering after being struck by a runaway trailer, leaving him in no condition to carry out a robbery. Aaron is furious over the accusation and responds by using his fists to make his feelings clear to Ross. Serena Sugden steps in before tempers spiral even further. After Ross leaves, she speaks to Robert and Aaron, explaining the truth about John in the hope they will allow her to stay. Although Aaron remains suspicious of Serena and believes there are still unanswered questions about her, at least his attention is no longer focused on Ross. Later in the week, Kim discovers that the intruder who broke into Home Farm made off with a USB drive. The theft was never about cash. The real target was the information stored on the device. The mystery now is who stole it and why. Emmerdale's Serena makes dramatic exit after another hidden secret comes to light. Serena Sugden made a dramatic departure from Emmerdale during Friday night's July 17 episode after another major secret about her past was uncovered, leaving Aaron and Robert convinced they could no longer trust her. The mysterious newcomer, who arrived in the village only last month as the latest member of the Sugden family, has been at the center of several twists ever since she first appeared. From the beginning, Serena's real motives remained unclear, as she quietly questioned villagers and searched for answers about the late John Sugden. Viewers already know that John died after Victoria Sugden killed him in self-defense during the explosive Corriedale crossover episode. While most residents believed John's death was behind them, Serena refused to let the mystery rest and continued piecing together what really happened. Earlier in the week, Aaron and Robert confronted Serena after becoming increasingly suspicious of her behavior. Fearing she could be secretly working for the police, they demanded to know whether she was investigating the family. Serena insisted she was no longer a police officer and claimed she had simply been trying to understand John's final months. She also revealed that John had cashed in his military pension to help save her family's struggling farm. Wanting to honor his memory, Serena even offered to hand over the remaining money to those whose lives had been affected by John's actions. Despite appearing sincere, Serena wasn't prepared to abandon her investigation. After discovering that Victoria traveled to Portugal with her son shortly after John's supposed suicide, she began connecting the dots. Before long, she realized the official version of events didn't add up and concluded that Victoria had actually been responsible for John's death. Although Serena assured Aaron and Robert that she would keep her discovery to herself, the previous episode ended with a huge cliffhanger when she was seen walking into the police station, leaving viewers wondering whether she was about to report everything she had learned. Friday's episode delivered another bombshell. Aaron and Robert uncovered evidence proving Serena had been in contact with John far more recently than she had admitted. Their suspicions were confirmed after Chas secretly took Serena's phone and found photographs showing Serena with John while he was on the run in December. The discovery completely changed how Aaron and Robert viewed her. Confronting Serena over the hidden photos, they demanded to know why she had lied about the last time she saw John. Serena defended herself by explaining that she had kept the truth hidden because she knew how painful the subject was and believed she was protecting them from further heartbreak. Robert wasn't convinced by her explanation. He argued that honesty would have been better than keeping such an important secret hidden, especially after everything they had already been through. Feeling betrayed, Aaron and Robert made it clear that Serena was no longer welcome in the village. With little choice left, Serena packed her belongings into her car and drove away, bringing her first chapter in Emmerdale to an emotional end. However, Serena's exit is only temporary. Despite leaving the village, the character is expected to return in the coming weeks, meaning her storyline is far from over. With her knowledge about John's final days and Victoria's involvement in his death, Serena could still play a crucial role in future episodes and may yet expose more long-buried secrets. Speaking after joining the ITV soap, Casey Al-Shaksi shared her excitement about taking on the role, describing Serena as a complex character with many hidden layers. She said she was delighted to become part of the Sugden family and teased that viewers have only begun to discover what Serena is truly capable of. With Serena set to make her comeback, fans can expect even more drama, unanswered questions, and explosive revelations as her story continues to unfold. Charity left reeling in Emmerdale after meeting another victim of Dr. Todd. For months, Charity kept the truth to herself, unable to reveal that Dr. Todd had been blackmailing her over the real parentage of baby Layla. As if that wasn't enough, Charity was later sexually assaulted by Caitlin, leaving her burdened with yet another painful secret. After opening up to Serena Sugden, Charity finally confided in Mackenzie Boyd about Layla and the nightmare Dr. Todd had put her through. Although Mackenzie has been doing everything he can to support his wife, Charity still feels isolated. The damage caused by the lies and hidden truths has left deep cracks in their marriage that may never fully heal. In scenes airing next week, Charity is devastated to learn that the CPS has decided not to move forward with the case against Dr. Todd because there isn't enough evidence. Frustrated by the decision, Mackenzie and Vanessa Woodfield begin looking into the possibility that previous complaints against the doctor were covered up by the hospital. Vanessa quickly puts their plan into action by visiting the hospital with Jacob Sugden, where they arrange a meeting with HR representative Carol. After hearing what Vanessa and Jacob are investigating, Charity rushes to confront them. However, before she reaches them, she encounters a woman named Helen, who is revealed to have also been a victim of Dr. Todd. At first, Helen is reluctant to speak, but her reaction changes when Charity quietly admits that Caitlin sexually assaulted her. It soon becomes obvious that Helen has her own painful story to tell. If Helen decides to share her experience, could her testimony provide the evidence Charity desperately needs? Viewers already know that Dr. Todd will never face prison, as a flash forward has confirmed the doctor's shocking death. The brief scene, shown in a recent episode of the ITV soap, revealed Caitlin lying lifeless in a pool of blood. The identity of the killer remains a mystery, but if Charity fails to find justice through the legal system, could she be the one responsible? Emmerdale airs on ITV1 every weeknight at 8 p.m, while new episodes are also available to stream from 7 a.m. on ITVX and YouTube.